Ever wonder why we often find it easier to extend kindness and compassion to others, yet struggle to do the same for ourselves? It's a question that might feel familiar, like a well-worn path in our minds. Yet it's a question that holds the key to unlocking a world of self-discovery and growth. Today, we delve into the power of self-love. Imagine a world where you are your own best friend, where you treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you offer to others. This is the world of self-love, a world that influences all areas of life, including relationships, career, and overall happiness. Self-love is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the foundation upon which we build our self-esteem, our resilience, and our capacity to navigate the challenges life throws our way. It's the compass that guides us towards fulfilling our potential and living authentically. Yet self-love is often misunderstood. There are common misconceptions that paint it as a form of selfishness or narcissism. But let's debunk these myths right here, right now. Self-love is neither self-centered nor narcissistic. It's about recognizing our inherent worth and treating ourselves with kindness and respect. In fact, research shows that people who practice self-love exhibit greater empathy and are more likely to engage in prosocial behavior. They tend to have healthier relationships and are less likely to suffer from anxiety and depression. They're more resilient, more content, and more at peace with themselves. However, self-love is not about being perfect. It's not about never making mistakes or never experiencing negative emotions. It's about acknowledging our imperfections and our humanness and still choosing to love ourselves. It's about being patient, forgiving, and kind to ourselves, especially when we stumble and fall. So if self-love is so essential, how do we cultivate it in our lives? It's a journey, a process, a practice. It's about making a conscious decision to treat ourselves with kindness, to honor our worth, and to embrace our unique journey. So, are you ready to embark on this transformative journey of self-love? Let's delve deeper into understanding self-compassion in the next scene. Before we dive into the how, it's important to understand what self-compassion is. Self-compassion at its core is about treating ourselves with the same kindness, care, and understanding that we would offer to a good friend. It's about recognizing our shared humanity, acknowledging that everyone makes mistakes and everyone experiences pain. It's about being mindful of our own suffering without ignoring it or exaggerating it. Let's break down these three components of self-compassion: self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. First off, self-kindness. It's about being gentle with ourselves when we're suffering. Instead of harsh self-criticism, it's about understanding, patience, and warmth towards ourselves. It's about saying, "It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. You're only human." Next, we have common humanity. This component reminds us that we're not alone in our struggles. Everyone experiences hardship. Everyone makes mistakes. When we remember this, it helps us feel connected rather than isolated in our pain. Lastly, there's mindfulness. It's about being aware of our pain without judgment. It's about noticing our feelings, our thoughts, our experiences just as they are, without trying to suppress them or dramatize them. It's about saying, "This is what I'm feeling right now, and that's okay." Now, you might be wondering, how is self-compassion different from self-esteem? Well, self-esteem often depends on our achievements, our successes, and how we compare to others. It can fluctuate wildly and can sometimes lead to unhealthy competition or self-depreciation. On the other hand, self-compassion is about acknowledging our inherent worth, independent of external factors. It's a healthier and more sustainable way of relating to ourselves because it's based on kindness and understanding, not on comparison or achievement. So in essence, self-compassion is about being kind to ourselves, remembering our common humanity, and being mindful of our experiences. It's about treating ourselves with the same love and respect that we would offer to a dear friend. Now that we understand what self-compassion is, we can move on to the steps to cultivate it. The first step towards self-love is self-awareness. To truly love ourselves, we must first understand who we are, and that begins with acknowledging our thoughts and feelings. This is not about judgment or criticism. It's about observation, noticing what's happening within us without trying to change or fix it. Now, you might be wondering, how do we cultivate this self-awareness? One effective way is through journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can provide a clear, tangible reflection of your internal state. It's like holding a mirror to your mind, helping you see what's really there. Another powerful tool is mindfulness meditation. This practice invites us to sit with our thoughts and feelings, to observe them without judgment. It's a chance to be present with ourselves, to listen to our inner voice, and to become familiar with our mental and emotional landscape. Once we are aware of our thoughts and feelings, we can then respond to them with kindness and understanding. The second step is self-kindness. What is this concept of self-kindness, you may wonder? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. It's about being gentle with ourselves, treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we'd extend to a dear friend. This is vital for our self-love journey because it allows us to create a nurturing environment for growth and self-improvement. You see, we often are our own harshest critics. We tend to berate ourselves for our shortcomings, replaying our mistakes over and over in our minds. This negative self-talk can be incredibly damaging, eroding our self-esteem and confidence. However, with self-kindness, we can start to combat this destructive habit. Let's consider an example. Imagine you've made a mistake at work. The immediate response might be to chastise yourself with thoughts like, "I'm such a failure," or "I can't do anything right." But what if we reframe that? What if instead we say to ourselves, "It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. I can learn from this and do better next time." This is self-kindness in action, turning the negative into a positive, compassionate message. But self-kindness goes beyond just reframing our self-talk. It's about actively doing things that bring us joy and comfort. Maybe it's taking time to read a book, going for a walk in the park, or treating yourself to your favorite meal. It's about recognizing that you, too, deserve to be treated well and to feel happy. Remember, self-kindness is not about ignoring our flaws or failures. It's about acknowledging them without judgment, understanding that they are part of the human experience, and choosing to respond to them with compassion and kindness. So, how can you practice more self-kindness today? Perhaps start by changing the tone of your internal dialogue or by doing something just for the pure joy of it. Remember, every small act of kindness towards yourself is a step forward on your self-love journey. With self-kindness, we can begin to treat ourselves with the same care and understanding we extend to others. The third step is understanding our common humanity. This means recognizing that we all, as humans, experience pain, suffering, and struggle. No one is exempt from these aspects of life. It's part of what binds us together as a species, and it's part of what makes us human. When we grapple with our own challenges, it can often feel as if we're the only ones going through such difficulties. But the truth is, we're not alone. Everyone has their battles, their trials, and their tribulations. Recognizing this can help us feel less isolated and more connected to the world around us. There are many ways to cultivate this understanding. You could try compassion meditation, for instance, which involves focusing on the shared experiences of suffering and love that unite us all. Or during difficult times, you could simply remind yourself that what you're experiencing is part of being human. Understanding our common humanity allows us to extend the same compassion we have for others to ourselves. The journey to self-love and self-compassion is not a destination, but a continuous process. The path that you're embarking on is not a straight line, but a winding road filled with hills and valleys, sunshine and storms. It's a journey that requires patience, courage, and an unwavering belief in your worth. It's about recognizing that you are enough, just as you are, and that you deserve love and kindness from the most important person in your life, you. Let's quickly revisit the steps we've discussed. Firstly, self-awareness. This is the foundation of your journey. It's about acknowledging your thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment. It's about understanding that you are a complex, multifaceted being with strengths and weaknesses, and that's perfectly okay. Next, self-kindness. This is about treating yourself with the same warmth, understanding, and leniency you would extend to a dear friend. It's about being gentle with yourself when you make mistakes and celebrating your victories, no matter how small they may seem. Lastly, embracing our common humanity. This is about understanding that you are not alone in your struggles. Everyone stumbles and falls. Everyone has insecurities and doubts. You are a part of a vast, interconnected web of human experiences, and there's comfort and strength to be found in that. Throughout this journey, it's crucial to remember that change doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that requires consistency and perseverance. There will be days when it feels tough, when old habits creep back in, or when self-doubt seems to drown out all else. On those days, be patient with yourself. Give yourself the grace to struggle, to falter, to be human. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Every act of kindness towards yourself is a victory. Every moment of self-awareness, a triumph. Remember, the journey to self-love is a marathon, not a sprint. Each step you take brings you closer to a more loving and compassionate relationship with yourself.